Senator Gold, the only thing Canadians are tired of are 9 years of tax and spend, Liberal government of Justin Trudeau. The facts now remain that thanks to this spending of this government like drunken sailors, it's costing Canadian families an extra $3,687 for each family to pay for Justin Trudeau's interest alone on the debt that he's accumulated in this country. $54 billion are going just in interest to pay the debt. 6 million Canadians don't have a doctor. When will you stop the tax and spend policies and put a cap on spending?
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
Hey gang, what's up? Just Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. We're going to take a look at the Canadian Senate. We were introduced to Leo HOUSAKOS at the opening of the segment. We're going to see Donald PLETT. He's one to watch as well, another conservative senator. But then we have Marc Gold, who's the leader of the Senate. And, well, it's not hard to tell that he is a true liberal blood. They say the Senate's independent. This is not the way that I see it. And if you watch the Canadian Senate, you won't either. Anyway, this is a look at the Canadian Senate. Some good, solid questions here from HOUSAKOS and PLETT. But Marc Gold just deflects and does what he does. He's pretty slick at it, but he's not fooling Canadians if they see it. Let's take a look.
Question period. Senator PLETT.
Leader, yesterday a House of Commons committee looking into the terrible upcoming capital gains tax increase the committee heard from Mr. Larry Stefanik, a plumber from Winnipeg. He is very worried about his retirement due to these tax changes. He told the committee, and I quote, "I understand we all have to pay our share, and I could live with the 50% structure. But now I'm hearing it's going to be 66%, and for no reason other than that the government needs more money. I'm just a regular, everyday person who happens to be a plumber, running a business, trying to live a good life. Why am I being penalized for hard work? I just do not understand how the current Liberal government got so out of touch with the people." Not our words, Leader. Larry Stefanik from Winnipeg. Leader, what's your response to him? Why is the Trudeau government punishing hard-working people?
Senator Gold.
Thank you for your question. The government is of the view that its change in the inclusion rate for capital gains is an appropriate and measured response to introduce greater equity into our tax system. Colleagues will remember that the inclusion rate used to be 75%, all the way through the 90s. And I think there is no evidence that that changed the economic performance of the country. Was something gained demonstrably when the inclusion rate was lowered to 50% in 2000? That's not obvious either. This is a proportionate, measured device to introduce fairness. And it is important to remember that the funds that will be gleaned from this revenue, that is approximately $19.4 billion, will be applied to the needs of Canadians in the area of spend, housing, pharmacare, and dental care.
Senator PLETT.
Mr. Gunter Jochum, who runs a grain farm just west of Winnipeg, told the committee, and I quote, "When I consulted my tax accountant, he estimated that I will pay 30% more taxes. These numbers are staggering. If the capital gains inclusion rate is increased for family farms, it will impose a substantial tax burden on new farmers such as my daughter Fiona at the beginning of their careers." What do you say to Fiona, Leader? How is this fair?
Senator Gold.
Well, thank you for your question. The question, for example, of the impact on farmers and the transfer of ownership between generations is one the government is aware of and has taken seriously, and that is why, excuse me, the lifetime capital gains exemption on the sale of small businesses generally, or fishing or farming properties, has been altered by 25% to $1.25 million.
Senator HOUSAKOS.
Senator Gold, the Governor of the Bank of Canada, Mr. Macklin, has said a couple of days ago that the $61 billion of new spending of the Trudeau government in this year's budget is not helpful in bringing down inflation and bringing down interest rates. When will this government give up on its 9-year experiment, terrible experiment, that has given nothing but historic rise in cost of living, doubled rents, doubled mortgages, and now has put on the food bank line 1 million more Canadians this year than we had last year? And I know you're going to say there's forces beyond our control and international forces, and the dog ate my homework and all the rest of that, because the Trudeau government's never responsible for anything. But the opposition, in a constructive manner, have been giving you a path forward after 9 years to try something different. Cut taxes, give Canadians a break, re-inject the hard work that Canadians have put into this economy for them to help grow the economy, not from their heart out, but from their own
Thank you,
strength.
Senator HOUSAKOS. Senator Gold.
The Government of Canada respects the work of the Bank of Canada and its efforts, which were significant, to bring down the level of inflation, and the work that it continues to do to find that right balance between controlling inflation and allowing our economy to continue to grow. Again, Senator HOUSAKOS, notwithstanding your repetition of these points, they're not correct, in fact. They're simply not correct. The policy options that you have provided so generously to the government are tired policies that have proved ineffective and acknowledged by even their proponents, whether in the Conservative Party of Canada or south of this border. This government has invested in Canadians during the pandemic and will continue to invest in the creation of a robust and sustainable economy for generations to come.
Thank you, Senator HOUSAKOS.
Senator Gold, the only thing Canadians are tired of are 9 years of tax and spend, Liberal government of Justin Trudeau. The facts now remain that thanks to this spending of this government like drunken sailors, it's costing Canadian families an extra $3,687 for each family to pay for Justin Trudeau's interest alone on the debt that he's accumulated in this country. $54 billion are going just in interest to pay the debt. 6 million Canadians don't have a doctor. When will you stop the tax and spend policies and put a cap on spending?
Senator Gold.
Thank you for your question. The government's budget, that is, which we will be, and budget and legislation implementing it, which we will be debating shortly, is the response of the government. In this regard, a measured, responsible approach that balances the need to continue to invest, whether in defense or other areas, and in maintaining a strong economy for the future.
Senator Coyle.
Senator Gold, as we celebrate both Indigenous History Month and Pride Month in the Senate, I'm happy to be able to welcome my sister Anne, whose husband Morley Stewart is a talented Cree artist from Wamingee, and my mother Betty, who's a proud mom of 7, including my gay Irish twin, Patrick Patterson. Patrick was born in 1955 into Canada where homosexual acts were criminal. This changed in 1969 when he was 14. And since then, many advances have been made. However, Senator Gold, today in Canada, 25 to 40% of homeless youth identify as 2S LGBTQI, and 50% of 2S LGBTQI seniors fear being forced back into the closet in residential care. What is the progress on Canada's Combating Hate Action Plan, and what are the metrics of success?
Senator Gold.
Well, thank you very much for your question, and thank you for the lovely love letter to your mother and family. My 94-year-old mother is now I'm now on notice that she's very jealous, and I'll have to do better. But c'est tout à votre honneur, madame.
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just a quick look, gang, at the Canadian Senate. What do you think? Leave a comment. I want to know what you think about the Canadian Senate. My name's Aaron. This is Canadian Looney. We're learning all about Canadian federal politics, sharing that with Canadians, what I'm learning and what I'm seeing. That's it. Please like, subscribe, share, get notified, all those fun things, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the Canadian Senate, Leo HOUSAKOS, Donald PLETT, and Mark Gold. We'll bring back more Senate videos. If this is interesting to you, let me know in the comments. Catch you next video. Thank you for watching this one.